This short video, hopefully 5 minutes, will uh, demonstrate how custom programming using the C# programming language and the Tekla Open API can be used to create custom applications that run within Tekla structure, either as a plugin or as an executable program that runs beside Tekla but accesses Tekla. How this can be used to perform very useful tasks that can greatly reduce the time and expense that it takes to do these structural steel projects. In this case, the example that we're going to demonstrate is a tool that's going to check for gap distance between selected parts and edges. And this is a very useful tool in that, especially with double angle clip connections with stiffeners, we do not want stiffeners fitting so tightly between the flanges of the beam that somebody has to come and grind them. We always want to leave a small gap so that the stiffeners fit nicely in, and we want to be able to check that. This is just an example of what can be done. There are other ways of checking for gaps, but this is one way to do it. Using is similar to the class check manager, and we're going to just run that class check manager to show you. We all know that the class check manager is a very useful tool. We know how it tends to select more than what is actually clashing, and we have other custom-made applications that can improve on that. But the tool that we're going to use is similar. It uses similar functionality to the class check manager, but it's only going to be checking for gaps. Now I'm just going to filter. I'll pause the video and we'll filter the. So we're going to filter out and show just the stiffeners and the beams. And we'll just the parts, and we want to select a gap distance of 1/32 with a tolerance of 1/64, and that's going to be of an inch. So it's very nice on these tools to have a tolerance that you can enter in. It can either have no tolerance or you can enter in a tolerance, and that's what custom programming can do, is approach developing applications that run within Tekla from a detailer and fabricator's point of view. And we'll just run this tool now, and you'll watch here in the lower left hand corner in the notification window. You'll see that the program is running. So it's checking for gaps of selected sizes, and I see it has found some parts with mismatched gaps. So in the selection, they've been selected in the drawings list. So I'll bring in the drawings list, and it has found a part. I've just opened up the part here. So it's found a part that's clashing, doesn't match the criteria. Okay. So we'll just zoom to that part in the model, and that part is, it's here on the back side here. So I've displayed a component that's controlling that stiffener, and I see that it did have a zero tolerance set, and that tolerance should have been 132. We didn't want a gap there. So now that's been corrected, and I'll run the tool again. I'll just reselect the parts. I'll bring in the tool, we'll reset it. And once again, it's checking for parts of the selected, it's checking for gaps of the selected size. Okay, no mismatched gap sizes have been found. So that's how that little tool works. It can be set up to function in different ways, but Tekla does have some very powerful tools for detecting start and end points of parts, for selecting edges. The Tekla system does keep track of edges very, very well. And so there are enhanced tools that the a programmer can use alongside or using the Tekla Open API to enhance the class checking ability of Tekla. That's a we can really save a lot of time with better tools for class checking. Also, the opposite can be done, and you can check for gaps, and this is very useful for checking gaps between double angle clips, for instance, so that the beam web isn't too tight between the double angle clips. It only takes seconds, minute or two to check on this, and you get information that would be not impossible to find, because there are ways of finding it. Um, but within a few seconds or within a minute or two, you can run these tools, and you know for a fact that you've got all of the gaps correct the way that you wanted them. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Please feel free to contact me at or check our website, tekladeveloper.com. You can email me at info@tekladeveloper.com, and we'll be putting up other videos that are primarily meant to show what is possible. We're not really trying to show this particular tool or promote this particular tool. We're trying to show that custom programming using the Tekla Open API can create very useful tools that are very inexpensive to create, and these tools can perform useful tasks in your day-to-day use of Tekla. Thanks.